1. Hey everyone, it's Simon from Higher Playing Games. Hope you're all having a great day. Today we're taking a look at Valentino Rossi, the game, which is essentially a run through of a big career mode about all of his greatest achievements alongside the MotoGP 2016 game. They've also thrown in a bit of Sebastian Loeb's rally in here as well, along with some flat track dirt biking. But one of the interesting things that came out, and the stuff that we're going to look at specifically, and we will come back to look at this game later on in life, is the DLC that came out for RC cars. Now it said that it had 3 tracks, 6 cars. It's really 6 liveries and 1 track with 3 slightly different variations. So I want that to be well known and well documented beforehand. I do wish people would stop doing that. And here you can see it's the same track, and you can see what changes on the background. So you've got like this specific mode where you're going around and it's all very swish. You've got a mode with jumps in, and you've got a mode with cones in for like basically narrowing of tracks. I'm going to do some of that. I'm just going to change the, let's go 50% medium AI and get going. I've turned all the driving aids off, I think, which is, it's just rewind on this anyway, specifically for RC cars. But yeah, as someone who, my brother used to have an RC car, and I used to go out and watch him race around and do all different stuff with other people. I'd be all like drooling. I never really got a chance to play with them myself. I got a couple of RC games, specifically on the PC, like RC Pro and so on. And they're all very good. This game is really interesting because the cars, unlike everything else in this game, do not have massive understeer, and as you can see, they like to flip at all times. The AI struggles with it. I struggle with it. This is the easiest of the configurations of the track, as you can see. But it takes a little bit of getting used to, because with the bikes and everything else, because you're having to lean in and all of that kind of stuff, I really appreciate the fact that these cars do have a completely different feel. Obviously they would be, but does anyone remember the infamous safety car mode where the cars basically drove like bikes and it was just like a reskinning? And it was quite funny. But I appreciate that these actually do genuinely look, and well, they look different, but they feel different, they drive different, they handle different. They're a little too excitable to roll over at any God-forgiven second, but then that's RC cars for you as well. So whilst it makes it quite difficult and unpredictable to play when you're battling other cars or doing other things, it's relatively realistic to life. But what I wanted to get across was, don't call the DLC having 3 different tracks. It's the same track, just one's got jumps on, one doesn't, and one has a couple of cones in the middle. So, because you can't then, it would be hilarious if you could, like, take this round Le Mans, just be like pelting it down the straight for X amount of time. It's quite limiting in the game, and I got the DLC when it was on sale as part of the January sale for PSN. And I'm quite glad that I did, because I think this DLC is originally priced at £3.29p, and I would say for the even though I like the content, let's do the jump one so you can see just how confused it gets. Because of the lack of tracks and variation, and it's not like you can then make a fun championship out of it. You can only do single races. It feels like I'm shot in the foot a bit. I'd have liked a variety of tracks, especially if you're just going to do it all in like this little parking area. It wouldn't have taken a little bit more, a few more days essentially of dead work to do a few different simple layouts to make this a fully rounded and fully fledged DLC pack. What's here's great. I'd be interested to see if they incorporate this just into their general yearly calendar release and see what they've done. I really like it because it also reminds me of their cute like top-down WRC game that they've done. And the name's escaped me right now. Ah, wrong way. Reverse. There you go. Reverse takes ages to get going on these cars. But whatever that game is called, was it WRC Slide or something? Power Slide or something? But I thought that game was actually really well accomplished, very playable and very fun, and actually one of Milestone's best in terms of like a full-rounded game. And so I could quite see them maybe making something like this as a tiny little standalone release if they're not going to look at DLC, but they need to sort out the jump mechanics, because this level essentially becomes a bit unplayable because I'm never quite sure, unless you take your power off before you get onto the jump, you aren't guaranteed of actually landing the right way and not bouncing everywhere and being a bit silly. And as you can see, the AI is struggling with it too, so it's not just me. But it's still good fun. We'll do the third track as well, might as well. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has been playing the Valentino Rossi game. I really like this game, along with the Sebastian Loeb rally one that they've done. A lot of people hate on Milestone, but they do well with what they do. I don't agree with their little compact version of the game. It feels like a money spinner to me, because just release a demo if you're not sure if people want the game or not. So yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I hope it maybe gets them some extra dosh for some entry point maybe, but yeah, I prefer the big chunky full-on releases. And I really like this idea of taking different drivers and doing like little career modes and showing how they became famous and defining some of their key achievements. I've just utterly bollocks this up on the last lap, haven't I? That is just me all over, really, isn't it? Yeah. And specifically with the Rossi one, the Loeb one too, to be fair, but Rossi's one, I've been really, really enjoying the fact that they've put his career mode around a documentary, so to speak. And it's almost as if you could actually take about an hour of footage of interviews and make a full-on standalone documentary program that they could stick up about it as well, because it's really, really interesting and in-depth, talking about his good and bad moments and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, as a motorsport fan, thumbs up. So I'll just leave you with this final arrangement of our RC stuff. Grab this if you find it on sale. I don't think it warrants the full £3.29, but I do appreciate that it looks and feels different. It's just a little bit fun. Oh! Versus the clouds. Feels like the most unnecessary curvature. Say no. Oh dear. This just makes me yearn for the new Micro Machines game that's coming out from Coders this year. Hallelujah. I love the Micro Machines games. We're going to do a video on those too soon. Going to have much choice though. Blazing on Morbidelli. Not jamming Morbidelli. Oh yes, I'm saved. For now. Ah, not now. Oh, Smithy. That cone will ruin everyone else's life. Will we end on a whimper? Yeah, nope, we're ending on a whimper. Never mind. So, that's Valentino. That's Valentino Rossi. Oh, it still put me down a 6. Someone skipped a lap. Lol. Or has it? Or is this whole DLC broken because the lap counter isn't working? Best lap 1 second 3. What? Well, that says it all. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, pick this up if you fancy a giggle. I believe it works on split screen mode. I'll put that in the comments if it does or doesn't for local multiplayer. But yeah, pick it up on sale. Take care all. Bye for now.